Hello there, thank you for clicking my video. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Anthony Allen Edits. My name is Anthony Allen, I am him. And here in this video, guys, we're going to be talking about something that has absolutely plagued my career ever since, launching my multiple media businesses. I've launched, for those of you who have followed my journey, I launched a company called AMA Productions through the Prince's Trust. But then sometime afterwards, I found the help of a company called Access to Business, which is in Wolverhampton, and I was able to launch another media business called Supervids. AMA Productions was a videography and photography company where I created wedding videography, and Supervids was solely a post-production company aiming at small businesses and local businesses. And one thing that has absolutely plagued me, has absolutely plagued my video editing career, self-employed and employed, has been pricing. Pricing has always been one of my biggest kryptonites and one of my biggest problems. And those of you who have tried to be self-employed before or have tried to earn some money within the video niche and you've had the control over pricing your video edits, this has been something that you may already know is extremely difficult. It can be a bit of a headache. It can cause you some financial difficulties when you're not pricing your video packages and video services correctly. And what I'm going to do here is first I'm going to reel off a couple of ideas of how I think you should be pricing your services and why. And then I'm actually going to give you a snippet of a podcast that I've done with another YouTuber called It's Jack Cole. It's Jack Cole focuses around video production and video editing as well, but he focuses on Premiere Pro as opposed to me, who focuses on Final Cut Pro 10, aka Final Cut Pro X. And we was on Jack's podcast. His podcast is called the Make Money Making Videos podcast, and on this podcast he invites professionals like myself and other freelancers to talk about our experiences or ask Jack any questions, as he is quite successful within our niche. And one of the questions that I asked Jack after experiencing what I experienced launching Supervids and AMA Productions and having a go at Upwork is I then found that pricing was one of my main issues. Pricing packages was causing me aggravation, man. It was absolutely causing me problems. What I then began to do is I found what the market, what other people within our market are pricing their packages at, and how they are pricing services that I was delivering, and I was delivering at a cheaper price. And that was one of my main issues. I wasn't actually taking into consideration my expenditure on my end and paying the bills and making sure that I'm really reaching a minimum profit floor that would keep me from financial difficulties. When your sole career and job and what you were doing is providing a video editing or video service of some sort. So that's one thing that I'd always, tell people to do if you're getting involved in video editing and video production as a career, and you're having to go down a route where you are in control of your pricing, whether that is your pricing, whether that's self-employment or not. If you're in control of your pricing, you always have to take into consideration the back end of where your money is going. I've made all the mistakes in terms of pricing, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about because I've been there and done that. I've got the postcard, and trust me, you do not want to price your packages too low, as it will harm you and your regular customers in the long run. You can't blanket the price of your video editing service because there are many different facets and different styles of video that can take you more time and hours, but it's not all about the time and hours you spend on that video editing. It's also about the value that you're delivering. So always remember to price your video editing based on the value of what you're doing. If you're creating a video for a small company and it is going to generate them a return on their investment, try looking at the return on the investment that the company is going to get, and therefore you want to speak about that when you're pricing your package. You know, if you're delivering 100,000 leads from a video and that's going to equate to £1 million for that company, I think you should be probably pricing your editing more than £10 per video. You know, that regardless of how the time and the effort that you put into it, the value is one of the most important things, and that is what I've learned recently, and that is what I'm also applying to when I'm going for new video jobs, new video production jobs, and new video editing jobs. And as I said, you guys are along with my journey as well. And this is just some knowledge for those of you who may be looking for a video editor, as well as video editors online who are looking to earn a consistent income offering a video editing service. It is a huge subject because it's been an absolute thorn in my side throughout my career, and places like Upwork and so forth have really provided me with more context and how other video editors of my skill set are pricing themselves for specific products. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to take you into the podcast now. I'm going to show you the podcast of me and Jack Cole. I've said it 3 times now, so I'm definitely going to do it now. And remember to give me a thumbs up if this video has been helpful to you or gave you any sort of value. I always deliver some video knowledge, and when I'm not delivering video knowledge with my daily vlogs here to you and helping you along with your video journey, whether it be on YouTube or through advertisement or wherever it may be, I will also be teaching you guys how to video edit, and that's the reason why you should subscribe to my YouTube channel, Anthony Allen Edits. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to give you the podcast between me and Jack Cole. This is a snippet of where we are talking about pricing. Hey, the best question that I have about videography jobs before we get into any other subjects like Upwork and YouTube and so forth is, how do you, I mean, the job that you just had, that's a classic example. How do you go about negotiating the price for the job?
The price is tough. So the price always changes, right? My prices are the most inconsistent thing in the world. I really just see I weigh it up. All right. So so the car job, right? Mm-hmm. For that one, I just got hired for 2 projects. I've done 2 projects over the past 2 weeks for £300 per project. That's a nice paycheck to me. Usually my fee's about 200, 250, so 300, it's already a little bit more. And the reason it was already a little bit more is because I just felt the client out. Like, I feel the client out a little bit. So for that one, I went to their dealership to have a meeting, right? Okay. So at the meeting, I've had the meeting and everything like that, and I just kind of sensed that they could afford 300. So I said, you know what, they could afford 300 here. So I said, all right, boom. So 300 for the 1-minute promo video. And, they said yes right away and everything like that. And I think I said 300 plus travel. Obviously they're a car place. So they said, we're not going to pay your travel. We'll just come and pick you up in the cars.
Oh, okay. Wicked.
They just come and pick me up, drive me out to the dealership, shoot the whole thing. So they kind of take care of my travel that way. They drop me back and everything. But the way I figure it out is I judge it off of what I think this client can afford. Because, you don't want to leave money on the table. You also don't want to take advantage. So I never like to take advantage. I always like to get this sweet spot where they're super happy and I'm super happy. Yeah. For example, you know what I mean? For this car people, they are extremely happy with 300. Like, I could tell they were really happy with it. And to be honest, I probably could have charged them a whole consultant fee by the amount of value I provided to them about building their online brand. You know what I mean? So I know I'm providing more value than I'm taking. So I feel very comfortable in that situation. And that's always the situation I try to put up is, am I providing more value than I'm taking? Are we both happy in this situation? Are they happy about the price? And am I thinking I'm getting a deal and they're thinking they're getting a good deal? You know what I mean? That's always it. I don't want to be taking too much. You're not going to get repeat. I'd rather lose some money each project, but get, 10 projects together or something where we might have only worked on 2 for a higher price. You know what I mean? So that plays a role in taking my price down a bit. If I think there's going to be more work, for example, these guys, even the car people, I probably would have, I could tell they got a little bit of money, so I probably would have charged them even more if they only wanted 1 video, but they were saying they wanted weekly projects. So I said, all right, cool, let me do a nice price that they'll be agreeable, and then I can get consistent work, because consistent work, even at a lower price, is more valuable to me than a 1 project, because I don't like wasting my energy, bro. when I build a relationship, it's a good relationship. So it sucks to not make the most out of that. So I love building a relationship and then working together for a long period of time, opposed to building that relationship and it fizzles out after one project and it's like, all right, well, I still got that relationship. We might work together in the future, but it's not an ideal situation here.